a summative version of what students experience at the various schools of Columbia, I'm going to quote a couple of our graduates from some time ago. One of them said back in the 1940s, you know, one of the things I valued most about going to Columbia for an education is that the faculty there managed to clear out within the first 3 weeks almost all of the intellectual rubbish that we brought with us to Columbia. And of course, that is one of the services that we continue to provide. However, it's very, very important that we do not substitute for those unearned orthodoxies and convictions that young people bring with them to Columbia, that we don't have them graduate with an equally unearned set of other orthodoxies and convictions. So I go back to a graduate of the 1930s for another perspective on what you get from a Columbia education in every school. What he said is that what we all acquired was the habit of deferring unearned generalization in favor of particular facts, in favor of an unyielding respect for the diversity and unexpectedness of the real world in every one of its facets. An unyielding respect for the diversity and unexpectedness of the world. That's what we hope people will graduate with, and that is what we think of as an appropriate orientation toward change. A well-informed historical consciousness and awareness of the complexity of most of the most important tasks that confront us when we are citizens of the world. When Lee Bollinger became president a few years ago, one of the neat slogans he produced for our 250th anniversary was that of building a better Columbia. And of course, behind that is changing Columbia. And the idea was, of course, to try to build on the best of our past, while at the same time trying to open us up to some new agendas for the future. Not new in the sense of entirely new, but new in the sense of refocusing where our emphases would lie. So we have focused extensively in task forces inside the university and in events like this as we take our conversation about our future around the world. We've been focusing extensively through his leadership on the sciences, and particularly on the relationship between the natural sciences, the applied sciences, and the health sciences, focusing on the arts and their engagement with the world beyond the academy, and focusing, as the current panel does, on Columbia's international responsibilities and international role, and its capacity for leadership, not in deciding what the issues of globalization should ultimately be, but in helping to lead the conversation that must go forward inside the university and outside the university,